Hi there everyone, welcome back to On the Flip Side. My name is Adam Shawwalker, your host, and today we're going to be checking out this new Mac Demarco album, 5 Easy Hot Dogs. Singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer Mac Demarco is back with 5 Easy Hot Dogs, an entirely instrumental outing which actually completely surprised me. I have usually enjoyed what Mac brings to the table vocally. It's not the most impressive vocal work, but he has a thing that he's working with that I respect and do enjoy. So with this album not having any lyrics to speak of, I was kind of thrown for a loop, initially working my way through the tracks wondering if and when it was going to happen. But with more listens, I've just sort of appreciated the light melodies and song structures that Mac has put together here. It's not the most brilliant instrumental record ever. In fact, I'm incredibly curious to see if there's even going to be demos of these songs released like the previous albums had, mostly because these songs at points can seem so demo-like as is that it is kind of hard to see what a demo of these would even sound like. I mean, would it just be like metronomes and some slow arpeggios strummed into an iPhone microphone or something? And that's not to speak to the actual quality of the writing here either. It is generally well put together. You can tell that there is a lot of effort being put forth to do something different, which I do really appreciate. And some of these tracks do definitely feel a bit more finished than others, especially on the tracks that are numbered like Vancouver 2 or Portland 2 or whatnot. At some points, some of these songs feel like they've been created with the intention of being sampled for other projects, like there's like a Kid Cudi out there just waiting to scoop up these tracks for like a lo-fi rap record or something. It is interesting and I think bold that Mac has this many short instrumentals here with 14 tracks that are largely decent, but with the approach of being an instrumental record, I'm surprised that this wasn't like 6 10-minute long tracks with varying levels of ambient work. And I guess that's maybe not the point of this, but this just seems like an odd way to do this. I do think the best way to describe this album is beyond cozy. I think it is intentionally trying to be background noise to a warm home with a fire going and blankets piled up. And that is a good and a bad thing. It's good because I do like the tracks here, but the bad is that this is a really specific time and place that I would want to listen to these songs. I mean, I really would not want to put this on during the middle of the day, as it would just, make me want to fall asleep. And while the songwriting is good and everything works together, I wouldn't say that this release is particularly outstanding or exceptional either. There's a lot of very cute and dreamy melodies, rich and creamy bass work, slow tempo lo-fi beats, and it's all just very, very lethargic. I wish I had a little bit more to say, but track by track there is very, very little that stands out from one moment to the next, which I think just kind of puts this album in a bit of a weird spot. Like I said, if this was a collection of maybe 5 or maybe 6 instrumental tracks, maybe there would be some more notable moments here, but with 14 infectiously sleepy songs, I'm just not really sure what I'm supposed to be paying attention to. And I mean, it's all nice. It's certainly not an unpleasant album to listen to. It is just trying to do something, or it is trying to be something that I think is an interesting experiment, but sometimes experiments don't necessarily lead to the best results, and that's okay. I think this album isn't a failed experiment, but it is a little easy to pan when it's this passive as a listening experience. And I don't say that lightly. There are some really great and really iconic ambient and instrumental records, and this one just isn't really that notable to me beyond who wrote and released it. I think 5 Easy Hot Dogs is good, and I think it is worth a listen, even a few listens in fact. I just think that this has a very limited scope, and I think with that, this album is a pretty solid 6. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this album in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram, my Reverb, and my Depop. Links to all of those are in the description below. Thank you all so much again, and we'll see you on the flip side.